Good evening, and welcome to the 2022 Dave Wilsey Invitational Tri-Nation Tournament here in Birmingham, Alabama, presented by the Lakeshore Foundation. Special appreciation to our sponsors, Coloplast and Comfort Medical. 13 minutes till tip-off.
I'm out.
So 21 is not Anthony Letourneau. Oh, 31, sorry.
Are we off again? Good evening and welcome again to the 2022 Tri-Nations Tournament here in Birmingham, Alabama at the Lakeshore Foundation. Brought to you by Coloplast and Comfort Medical. And we appreciate our sponsors. This is Gary Pate along with
Chris Hall, we're getting ready for the midnight game here.
a little midnight madness in Birmingham.
Midnight
As I told Chris, it's midnight somewhere.
It is.
All right, so we had two great games today. Canada downed GB in the first match.
Yes.
And then the second match was a barn burner.
Yeah, USA came back in that fourth quarter to win by 1. It was a tight match. It was a good one.
And GB had come back earlier in the game, down by a bunch, and they swapped the leads, and USA won by 1, kind of at the buzzer.
It just came down to the experience in that fourth quarter.
So the winner of this game, Canada and USA, will be sitting at 2-0.
Right.
Position themselves pretty well. GB right now is 0-2, could very easily at least be 1-1. So the winner of this game positions itself very, very nicely. The format of this tournament is everybody will play each other though 3 times. So there's still
Plenty of time.
lot of rugby left and a lot of wins and losses for both teams probably out there. I don't having watched now everybody, I don't see anybody going undefeated in this. Do you, Chris?
I don't, no. I think every team is going to win at least once and probably twice.
It's amazingly well balanced rugby. All 3 teams are in transition. All 3 teams are giving us some new looks, running some new lineups.
USA with some different players on the bench and for this game. We're going to be looking at some players without Chuck and Josh Wheeler. Getting some new experience, new blood out there. It's going to be a fun one.
It'll be fun to see the lines that USA runs in this game. And of course, with Canada, you start with Zach Medell, but while he's the heart of this team, he's certainly not the whole team. There's a lot of other guys and gals out there that contribute in
parts and pieces that really contribute to the whole for sure.
I have several shout outs that I have promised. The first
Bring 'em
are to
on.
my kids, to Will and Riley Pate. Dad was supposed to mention them early in the game, so
Here we
Chris-
go. Hello, kids.
Yeah, but Chris, you have a child.
Oh, yes. My daughter Penelope and my wife Ash are at home listening. And my father-in-law, Jerry DeReese, is listening.
So excuse us for a little personal here, but Will and Riley and Crystal and Chris's
Penelope,
family.
Ash.
Chris and I couldn't be here if it wasn't for great family.
The
right,
support
Chris?
we have at home, yep.
And
agreed.
you know, that's awfully true of a lot of rugby, and people sometimes forget that everybody on that court's got family or friends.
Referees, volunteers,
Supporting the
support
heck out
staff,
of
yeah, that send them
helping
away.
to create the time to go, giving them the freedom to go practice and play and travel.
And we fully appreciate it for sure.
Yeah. I also owe a shout out to Martha Rust, who's a USWRA referee who worked the World Games in Birmingham last week, was not able to be here for this, but she's listening in Atlanta. So, hey, Martha, Judge and Chris.
Speaking of Marthas, we have another Martha that's also a referee up in Chicago that wants to say hi.
Martha Smith.
Martha Smith.
Martha Smith. Everybody loves Martha Smith. Okay, enough of the personal stuff. We're fixing to tip this game off in just a second here. Our referees are Jonathan Williams, he's the head ref, and Josh Kearns.
Who looks like he's just
Jumping in.
having way too much fun out there. Josh Kearns.
Yes. Tipping this off will be Mason and Zach for the 2 teams. Mason Simon, Zach Mandel.
Mason wins the jump.
It's controlled on the tip by USA. Of course, Poudre has the ball in backcourt. It'll be Canada's
Loose ball.
possession coming
Poudre
back out.
finds Simon.
The ball is fumbled in the backcourt.
Looks like Melton with the hustle there to pick up and call timeout.
So with only 12 seconds to get the ball across midcourt, USA recovered in the nick of time and called a timeout.
Nice
And
hustle
there's
by
now 23 seconds left on the clock.
Looks like we may have subs already as well.
Well, I think Joe Delagrave, the head coach, is got to line up for that opening tip. And then we saw him do it last game. He subbed out. He subbed out pretty quickly. Okay, Sarah Adams back in. Sarah Adams had a really interesting game last game. She did some amazing rugby.
And then had some
with a try, USA up 1-0. Coach Delagrave told me he had to talk with Sarah after the game to remind her to kind of get her head up. She had a couple of turnovers, but on the whole wash of the thing, she had a phenomenal game.
played great overall, for
She
sure.
had a phenomenal game. And to be able to focus on the strengths and then to be able to look at what you learn.
Right.
So
Yeah, you can always take things away.
She's earning playing time right here in the first quarter early. Says something about the game she had.
Agreed. Protecting the ball, always one of those things that's important. And she saw that, and she's going to pick it up this game.
USA, 7:36 left in the first quarter. Inbound to Shane Smith. Trevor Hirschfeld.
Adam with the pressure.
Smith back to Zach Bell. Zach in middle court turning around.
Peterborough on top.
Corey trying to slow him down just a little bit. Adele swung to the outside, then back down the middle to an opening. 1-1. Try Medell.
More patience from Zach, just using his picks.
Well, I think that's part of the maturity he's gained about comparing him now as a player to where he was.
Tough inbound there from Joe Jackson. Shane Smith gets a hand on it. Stays USA ball.
You know, Zach at one time had such dominant physical skills that maybe some of the other parts of the game hadn't developed, but you watch him now, he's a far different player. He still has all those skills,
Yeah.
but he's a much more mature player.
It's much of the same thing we talked about with Corey earlier today.
Sure. Exactly the same.
Corey patiently using Adam Scaturo and Joe Jackson here as he heads up court. Looking for the lane to open.
Pass ahead to Sarah Adams. Adams with the try. 2-1 USA. 7 minutes left in the first quarter.
Ball's into Shane Smith. Trying to find the sideline. Big pressure from Putaba and Adams on Smith. Smith able to find Medell for the try. Looks like a double-double here. Scaturo gets out.
And
Sets a
Adams.
pick.
Over to Porterball. Goes long to Adam Scaturo, who's on a breakaway. Very wisely pulls it back, passes off to Adams at the try line for a try. 3-2 USA.
Scaturo just another one of those smart players that knows when to leak out and be the deep threat. Smith working against Putaba. Finds Medell. And Medell finds Dijonais in the corner. Adams and Putabraw's chemistry looking really good right now. As well as Smith and Medell.
4-3 USA. 6:06 left in the first quarter. Medell on the side being pressured. Breaks away from the double team. 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Zach patiently looking for a hole. Canada forced their first time out.
By Canada.
With some really tight switches there by Putaba and Adams.
Very, very effective.
"12 seconds left for Team Canada. Should reset to 15 on the shot here. Medell up with the ball. Lots of pressure from Team USA right now. Adams gets her hand in.
Recovered by USA, and then a foul.
Do we call a illegal use of hands?
Foul on Shane Smith. Shane Smith has never been in the penalty box before. This is a first for him.
The sit-in.
In his entire career.
2:40 for Team USA in the front court. After a turnover, a foul is not necessarily what you want.
And a turnover to a turnover. Off the front of Saturo's chair, bouncing out of bounds.
That's a coach's worst nightmare. Turnover to turnover.
Where you accomplish a turnover, something good happens, and then you give it right back.
And now we have it right back.
A turnover to a turnover to a turnover. A third one. Let's see if we can get number 4 in a row here.
Let's stop it right here.
Yeah. USA's ball. They still got a man advantage with Smith in the penalty box.
Adam with the ball, Hirschfield down.
And now basically a 2-person advantage because Hirschfield is down on the floor. Ball scores. Shane Smith releases from the penalty box. And they've got play stopped to come pick up the fallen player. Chris, what's the hardest you ever hit your head on the floor?
I have given myself a concussion a couple of times.
Have you really?
I have. Yeah.
Any blood, any stitches, or just?
Yeah, actually, a few years ago in Indiana, I got 6 stitches in my chin.
Going down and smacking on the floor?
I reached at the goal line, went up a player's wheel, and face first into the floor. Didn't even realize I was bleeding. I said, "Get me back in the game." They're like, "No, I think we might need to go to the hospital." Shane picked up here by Joe Jackson. He's following his picks well. Corey gets into him. Again. They're really putting the pressure on Shane Smith.
Heavy pressure by USA.
Gets the ball to Medell, smart choice. Shot clock down to 15. Finds Dijonais in that corner again.
That's the second time they've.
Looks like both teams are going to make some subs here. Inbounders called by Adam Scaturo for USA. Scaturo finds Putaba. Uses his pick wisely. Sarah Adams spread in the court. Smart play all around. That's
sometimes you need to watch those taps at the line. Smith ran up behind her and tapped her, but I've seen people get flipped.
Those can turn into trouble for sure. Can be a flagrant, and then your team's in real trouble.
It usually is a flagrant at that point. If someone's in the act of scoring. Shane Smith scores, number 25. That's a try for Shane Smith, 6-5. USA at 4:17 mark.
Canada's trying to score every goal in that same corner there.
They must have identified a weakness. Usually, if you keep going to the same place.
Adams
inbounds.
Scaturo, give and go, right back to Adams. Adams with deep ball.
Canada back very quick that time.
Scaturo says, "Let's pull it out. Let's run a play here."
4 minutes left.
Adam right up the middle for that.
Threaded the needle and hit Adams as she was crossing the key. 7-5 USA. Adele with the ball, pushing up court.
Beats both the low pointers there. Leaving the court.
Penalty try
Penalty
for Zach Medell. And one of the USA players left the court.
Ball's into Adam.
A defensive player cannot cross the try line. If they do, it's a penalty.
Good patience. Pudabaugh there, letting Scoturo get to work.
Try for Pudabaugh, 8-6 USA.
3:15 left in the first. Joe Jack turning Shane Smith back. Adam working with him.
34. He gets it across half court. Nice pass by Medell over his shoulder to Trevor Hirschfield. Try for Hirschfield. 8-7.
Ball's into Adam down low again.
It's
Pudabaugh.
8-7. Even though the clock says 15, there we go. 8-7. They corrected it. Over the shoulder to Adam. And
Adams smartly
took
called
a
the timeout.
hard hit, but on the way down, she called timeout.
Very smart.
Smart play, smart play. Sometimes in the crux of that moment, Chris, do you always think to do that?
No.
No, you don't.
No. It was a bit of a scary pass from Pudabaugh with Medell in the middle of the court there. Adams coming full speed. That was a scary one.
Yeah. Sometimes those passes are just not.
Yeah. Hospital passes, suicide passes. You know, you can call them whatever you want. Looks like USA going to make some subs here. Canada's already made some. Medell's still in.
Travis Morrow's in.
And Cody Caldwell.
And Melanie LaBelle.
USA putting 2-5-2-2-1-5. Jake Daly, Eric Newby, Chuck Melton, and Adam Scoturo.
Melanie LaBelle and I were talking, and she was a college soccer player. And she was a defender, and she was saying it's kind of ironic that now she's a defender in rugby.
In rugby
she
as
was
well.
A defender in soccer.
Daly under pressure in the middle.
Ball is on the floor. We got a leave in the court on Eric Newby. So a turnover for USA.
Travis Morale just backed him out. Ball's into Caldwell.
Ahead to Travis.
Morale came on the court free and clear. Nobody touched him.
8-8. Canada finally tighten this game back up again. USA had been up by 2. It's now 8-8 with 2:25 left in the first quarter.
Scoturo coming to pick for Jake Daly. Newby gets the ball into him. Daly back to Newby. Newby back to Daly. With some great picking in there from Scoturo.
Nice push and nice picks. Daly with the try. 9-8 USA. A little over 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
USA dropping into the key here. Newby coming out the pressure. USA's work back into the key. Medell looking for a hole.
Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Great block over there by LaBelle.
The same corner.
She sealed off that corner beautifully.
Contact warning. Looks like Adam Scoturo, USA. Oh, I was wrong. It was
9-9.
Okay.
Contact warning on LaBelle, who just had the beautiful seal.
Scoturo with the give and go to Daly. Daly looking for space. Melton setting a pick. Up to Newby. Back to Daly. Daly finds Melton.
You know, Daly, Melton, and Newby have spent a lot of time on the court with each other.
They have. The chemistry and the passing is clearly there.
Newby filled that corner beautifully, created that perfect opening for Melton to go in.
Looks like they're
10-9 with a minute to play.
working back into the key.
USA has dropped back. And Canada's going to score immediately. 53 seconds left, 10-10. Try for Medell.
Interesting to see what USA does with the last 53 seconds here.
Got Newby stopped on the side. Melton with the ball, passes it to Daly.
43 seconds left in the game.
About a 12-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
USA going to go ahead and take the goal
Daly
here.
needs to go ahead and score at that point because you're right on that line and the danger is getting hit and maybe an in and out call or whatever.
I thought they
and
might
turning
use
it
a
over.
timeout to get the last goal, but
Well, they've already used two.
yeah, smart not to use that third one. Morale was waiting there the
Scored.
whole time. He was ready for it.
Just sitting there waiting. Yep. USA will just sit on that ball right now. So it will be, Chris?
11-11.
11-11.
2 timeouts by USA, 1 used by Canada.
What's your take on the first period?
Disciplined rugby. It was fun to watch. It's going to be a tight one.
Right now, you would say the teams are very evenly matched.
I would agree, yeah.
And as we said at the beginning, USA has played with their roster just a little bit for this game. You're not seeing Wheeler, you're not seeing Aoki.
Yeah.
But
Plenty of strength, plenty of experience.
I'll say it's still a tremendously strong squad, and a very experienced squad. In fact, they probably have more experience on the court right now than Canada does, as far as just number of years in the game and playing at this level. And
Yeah.
I mean, like LaBelle, who came in for Canada, other than playing at the World Games,
Right,
whatever,
yeah.
she's had almost no exposure at this level.
Shane Smith has had a bit of
He's had
experience.
some, yeah.
But, nobody compares to the years of Zach Medell.
You ever listen to The Landscape?
The landscape.
Podcast. The Landscape?
I have not, no.
Oh, I want you to, and I want our listeners to. Nave Elder is in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's an entire broadcast about different disabilities, abilities, different challenges that they have. He's done several segments on wheelchair rugby.
Awesome.
He's done several segments on classification type issues. Gerald Christian,
Okay.
who plays or played for the team out of Tennessee,
Right.
was his connection on that, and he interviewed Gerald. Gerald he's been on twice, and Gerald had a spectacular interview with him about quad athletes and sex.
Wow. The landscape.
Where he had done a whole survey. He had interviewed scores of players and asked the right questions and all. But The Landscape with Nave Elder, it's really worth getting acquainted with.
I will have to check that out.
It's a very, very interesting approach to issues of disability.
Cool.
And he's a great interviewer. He's really fun to listen to.
Looks like
The Landscape.
Canada has 4 new players coming out. Lavoie, Matt Debley, Trevor Hirschfield. And Patrice Dijonais.
And USA is coming out with Bucci.
Bucci. His name is Montarius Hutcherson.
So everybody
But,
calls him Bucci.
Everybody knows
Everybody
him
calls
as
him
Bucci.
Bucci.
And that's how I met him, and that's how he's going to be.
Sure.
Ernie
And
Chun,
Ernie Chun,
Joe Jackson.
everybody's favorite, Adams Couture, Joe Jackson. Interesting mix out there right now. Debley with the ball in the back court. He's double
Debley
teamed.
looking for a pass, finds Lavoie.
Able to Lavoie. Try. Canada goes up 12-11. Start of the second quarter.
Scoturo looking for Boonchi. Finds Chun. Chun wisely using Scoturo and Joe Jackson. Gets it back to Boonchi.
Timeout, USA. I
That's their
think
third.
USA quickly with this lineup has got to pinpoint who their main ball handler is going to
Yes.
be. I looked at them that time, and I'm not quite sure that Ernie and Boonchi had really determined who's in charge of getting that ball up the court.
Right.
And sometimes when you're running a new line, it takes
a minute.
time or two up and down the court.
To set that pick and roll. Decide who's picking, who's rolling. And that looks like what Coach Delagrave's talking to him about right now.
Well, if I was the coach, that's what I'd be saying to him.
Me
Right,
too.
Chris?
Me too. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Because they're both excellent players, but I'm just not sure I'm really not sure they read each other right.
We'll get to see a little key offense here. Boonchi bringing the ball up. Nice
with the
seal
ball.
from Joe. Joe
Wide
Jackson
open.
picked
Joe
up
Jackson.
2 players
Again,
there.
Joe Jackson. I think we're going to be accused of being the Joe Jackson fan club. But,
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're going to have
It's-
T-shirts printed and everything.
Yes, sir. With his picture on the back. Long pass to Hirschfield.
USA's looking to put a lot of pressure on Matt Debley. That's the second one for.
That is the second one. That's the second one.
That's
the
going to
second
put Fabian Lebois in the box.
That's true. Yeah.
Just going to make things a bit easier for USA here on offense. Wonder if they pick up Lavoie out of the box. And here comes Joe Jackson.
Here comes.
Pick up
Joe
Lavoie.
Jackson. Bucci with the try. 13-13.
Lavoie calls inbound. Nice deep inbound to Debley there.
And again, Hirschfield with a try. Hirschfield reads the floor about as well as anybody you're going to see.
And he's just so sneaky. I feel like I watch a lot of the court, and sometimes he's out there, and I don't even know he's out there.
What? Yeah.
Jackson finds Chun.
Chunny is trapped in the corner over there.
Looking for
36
Bucci.
seconds. Bucci about to cross half court, and he got rid of the ball, but errant pass. Errant pass. Nice save by Canada. They're about to go up 15-13 on the try. Joe Jackson called in for inbound at that point.
Bucci was running a little short on time there, and just didn't have anybody to get the ball to.
I'm going to say there was really nobody wide open. It was kind of that panic pass at that point.
Right.
I've got to get it across, but where does it go? 15-13 at the 6-minute mark.
Bucci is definitely one of those power hitters.
Yeah.
I've had the benefit of been running into him a few times.
Nice pass by Bucci.
Wow. No
But
goal.
a turnover, yeah, but a turnover. Perfect pass, but doesn't always work out.
Debley with the quick hands.
Yep.
USA
USA
is yep.
Clean slate. Who's coming in?
Looks Ray Henniger.
Ray Henniger, first time we've seen him tonight. Or
Jake Daly.
First time we've seen him today.
Yeah, Jake Daly, Liz Dunn, and Eric Newby.
Eric Newby.
Matt Debley with the
If you've
ball.
never watched Ray Henniger play, you're in for a treat. He brings a lot of energy, a lot of speed. Debley with a hard push for the try. 16-13 Canada, 5:32.
Matt Debley is looking very quick. Ray smartly using
You know,
Liz.
I would consider him one of the underrated players out there. You just don't think of him.
in the top
Yeah,
tier.
when you check off who's Canada's strength, but he's so solid out there.
Yep.
Probably
Henniger
doesn't
with the
get as
ball.
much credit for what he brings to the team as he should.
Agreed.
5 minutes to play. Pass to Newby. We have a penalty try by Eric Newby. 16-14 with the 5 minutes to go.
Got an equipment Pico for Canada. USA looking to deny here. Ball comes into Debley. Big pressure from USA on the sideline.
And a timeout by Debley. That was a smart call by him.
He had
He was going nowhere.
He had two strong guys pushing him on the sideline there.
And at that point, the sideline becomes a defensive player.
Yes, sir.
I mean, so there's two players in chairs, but that sideline is working just as hard as those players are, because you're not going to push past it, are you, Chris?
And those long arms of Eric Newby and Jake Daly, you're not making a pass over top of that either.
So smart decision.
Zach Medell back in the game. With Cody Caldwell.
Several lineup changes for Canada. LaBelle is back in. LaBelle, Medell, Cody Caldwell,
And Ben Perkins.
and Ben.
Ball comes into Daly, nice and high. Finds Henniger.
Ben Perkins. Pass in deep to Newby. That was a pretty intense pass. That
Yeah, it
close,
was.
You know. .426 left. Canada up 17-15 with the ball.
LaBelle with a great pick on Henniger just before this.
Medell with the try. 18-15, and Ray Henniger is down. Ray sits very light and high in his chair.
Challenging Zach going full speed like that.
Yeah, and he's prone to go down
Yeah.
the way he sits in his chair. And he's also very light.
And he gives you a full effort. So
Oh, he does. That's what I said, man. He is intense out there. Ray's like Bunchy in that he's got all the skills in the world, and it's has the potential to be a dominant player.
agreed.
Yeah.
Good patience by Daly there to wait for Newby.
LaBelle tormenting Daly out at the top of the key.
Daly looking for Henniger to run the play through here.
Henniger with the ball, 16 seconds on the shot clock. Caldwell trying to strip the ball. Long pass all the way across the court to Newby with the try. 18-16 at the 3:45 mark.
Ball's into Medell with Henniger on. Finds Caldwell off the inbound. Up to Ben Perkins for the try.
Perkins with the try. 19-16 Canada.
Ball's into Henniger. In the corner. Two defenders. Not a lot of room there. Finds Newby.
Newby on the sideline. LaBelle's got him. Ooh. Look at LaBelle.
Nice stop.
Nice stop.
She got that
LaBelle.
picker in deep.
LaBelle's a nickel.
Yes.
And she hooked Newby just right against that sideline. Newby couldn't go anywhere. That would be the end
of USA's timeout.
of the floor timeouts for USA. They are out.
Looks like we're going back to Adam Scaturo, Sarah Adam, Joe Jackson, and Corey Putaba. This was a good line in the beginning of the first quarter. A line we started with after the jump line.
It's the same lineup, yeah.
Line USA started with after the jump line.
Corey Putaba with a try, 19-17.
Need some defense out of this line from USA. Great chair control by Cody Caldwell there.
Perkins with the try. You know, I find it interesting that after her strong showing in the last game, Coach Delagrave going to Sarah Adams in this situation. Had a strong showing last game. They're getting down, things a little bit loose, and he put Sarah Adams in.
Put the trust in her, give her some confidence.
Yeah. Could be a real confidence builder.
Great move to get around Medell there. $20 seconds on the shot. Team USA counting down.
USA needs a score, though. They're certainly.
Another great showing by Joe Jackson. A great pickup there.
Joe Jackson caused that to happen right there, didn't he?
He did.
Sure. Sure he did. 2018, 2:28 to go in the half. USA is out of floor timeouts. Canada has 2 left. Both teams will start to give some consideration. Nobody called it.
Bit of a bailout there, yeah.
Yeah, nobody called the equipment. Well, it happens sometimes.
Maybe Medell said it and we just didn't hear it.
Well, but if you saw Medell's reaction to that, it was like,
yeah.
oh. So 2018, 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go. You know, because you and I talked last game about sometimes the player
doesn't want to call.
Doesn't call
the offensive
equipment.
Right. Adam tight on Caldwell.
He doesn't want the ref to give it to him. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Medell with the ball in the middle.
USA working into the key. Ball comes back to Caldwell. We're down to 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Back to Medell. 8-7-6.
US getting loud here.
And Medell with a try as time expires. 21-18 Canada. 1:49.
Scaturo calling inbounder. Finds Putaba in the corner.
And turnover. Ball bounced off of Putaba's chair. So Canada really can make some clock decisions now too, Chris, right?
Right. With a full 40, 147 on the clock. Looks like they're just going to go and score quickly.
They scored it, though. You go up 22-18 on the try by Perkins. 22-18 Canada, 1:44 to go here in the second quarter from Lakeshore Foundation. Tri-Nations Tournament.
Adams finds Putaba.
Putaba hands it off to Scaturo, who hands it off to
Adam for a penalty goal.
And for a penalty goal.
Penalty try.
Yep. Penalty try. Chris, it's a try, man.
That's what I said. You said goal. Caldwell coming up the sideline.
Caldwell passes over, hits Medell, who crosses through.
1:16 left in the second quarter.
4-point lead. 4-point lead for Canada. USA would love to play this to get 2 more possessions to Canada's 1.
Right. Finish the
To
quarter.
shave off of.
They have the possession arrow as well.
Yep.
Corey taking a little time off the clock here. USA dropping the key.
Ball 23-20. See what Canada tries to do here. Do they score quick?
USA is pressing at half court.
Caldwell with the ball.
They're really putting the pressure on Caldwell.
USA really doesn't need a foul right now, though. They just need to make Canada use up some time.
18 seconds on the shot.
Try by Medel, 24-20. 34 seconds left in the quarter.
USA will have option of last goal here.
Adams with the ball in the corner. LaBelle has her stopped. Totally stopped. Long pass. Thrown across. Adams breaks through. Errant ball. Tracks it down and scores with 17 seconds to go. That's not the time they wanted to score, but she saved it.
But at least it's a point on the board.
Yeah.
Can't take the points off the board.
Absolutely rescued the team. 24-21, 11 seconds to go. Caldwell with the ball. Caldwell scores with 5 seconds to go.
USA will have a chance here.
Caldwell try, 25-21, 5 seconds. We've seen him score in 5 seconds. See what kind of arm Sarah Adams has got. She's got a heck of an arm. Look at that.
10 no touch is the call.
It took her a little long to launch it. It was but she actually threw that 3/4 of the court in the air.
It was a good throw.
She launched it. But it took her too long. Canada's going to get the ball back in the corner with 4 seconds to go.
USA getting some taller players in here to block up the key.
Mason going in with some height.
And Canada doing the same thing with Lavoie and Hirschfield.
Everybody getting the taller players on the court right now.
You can't teach height. That's what they say.
So Hirschfield will inbound. See how everybody sets up. Hirschfield's going to hit Medel. Hirschfield's not going to hit Medel. I'm not sure what we're doing.
I think we're waiting on a clock reset here. The clock says 5:40. Should only be 4.4 seconds.
Yeah.
Everybody's running to the table to solve problems.
The timing system at World Games was the most intuitive, brilliant timing system I've ever seen. One screen, if you time, button, I mean, it was. You never had to guess.
It's about time they did something like that.
You never had to guess.
All right, here we go.
So
5.4 seconds.
Even I could do it.
Lavoie with the ball up high.
He's going to turn around, flip it to Hirschfield going through.
Good finish.
It was a well thought out play. They just didn't have time to execute it because everybody thought Medel was going to get the ball.
Right.
And they sent Hirschfield right through the key.
Nobody was looking at him.
Nobody's looking at him. Just took him a little long to develop it. Okay, that is halftime from Lakeshore. And the Tri-Nations tournament, Canada is up 25-21. Canada had a really good second quarter. They outscored USA 14-10 that quarter.
4 points.
Yeah.
That's where we're at, 4-point lead.
4-point lead. It was 11-11 at the end of the first quarter, so Canada had a strong second quarter. We'll come back with the second half in a few minutes. This is Gary Pate and
Chris Hall.
We'll see you in a moment. This is Gary Pate with
Chris Hall.
coming back at halftime of Canada-USA in the Tri-Nations Tournament from Lakeshore Foundation. Canada's up 25-21. They had an excellent second quarter. Chris, tell me what USA needs to do to play back into this game.
I really think there's a lot of potential with the Ray Haniger, Ernie Chun line, and Chun line. Like you said, I think they need to work on their chemistry a bit, on who's going to carry the ball. But there's a lot of skill there, and I think that could be the line to pull them back into this game.
It will be USA's ball coming in.
At home, second
Have
half.
a chance to quickly cut it to 3, and then obviously the dynamics of it, hope to get a turnover early in the quarter, get it down to 2, get it down to 3, and then swap goals a little bit, right?
Little clock management.
Kind of
We're right back in the game.
that's kind of the dynamics of it. And we actually saw USA do that in the last game against GB, where
Yes.
they didn't try to play outside of themselves. They stayed within their game. They chipped off a point or two. They got some turnovers. And all of a sudden they were tied, and then they won by 1. So,
And as far as Canada, just more of the same, right?
Yeah.
Just continue doing what you're doing, following your picks, playing smart rugby.
I've been impressed with LaBelle,
Yes.
their nickel low pointer. She's done some really nice things out there.
Yeah, I agree. Sealing corners and setting solid picks at half court for Medell, Lavoie.
I was going to say
Follow.
she worked really well with Zach. You
Yep.
saw several times him reading her and her setting the right pick, sealing some people off.
And even letting Medell kind of drive her around the court in transition.
Yeah. Nicely done. And with the fact that she doesn't have the ton of experience like many of the other players do, that makes it even more impressive.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
We've got 3 great teams here. We got 3 of the top teams in the world. We got the gold medal winner in GB. We got silver, USA.
Right.
So in what you're looking at, who's the best player we've seen today? We've seen all 3 teams.
Wow.
Twice.
Yeah, I mean, Chuck Yoki did some amazing things in that last USA game. But some of the things I've seen from Zach Medell, I just can't get over. The quickness of his hands. GB couldn't put a pass over him there for a while.
Yeah.
His hands were super quick, so I have to say that goes to Zach.
I'm going to say it's kind of hard not to talk about Zach, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Oh. Okay, we're about to start the second half. We've talked about USA's in a little bit of a hole, but they've certainly got the ability and the time to dig themselves back out of it, down by 4, and they get the ball to start the second half. That's important.
Here's another new line that we haven't seen yet, a combination with Chuck Melton, Bunchi, Joe Jackson, and Adam Scoturo.
Scoturo. Interesting mix.
Got lots of experience with Melton, Scoturo, and Jackson.
And I assume that's the reason for the mix, to give Bunchi some good maturity out there on the court with him.
That's
Try for Bunchi,
been
25-22.
dangerous.
First try of the quarter of the half by USA.
USA coaching staff really wanted a call there on the hit on the baseline on Bunchi. Ball's into Caldwell. Caldwell finds Medell.
Dumps it in Medell's lap, basically.
Scoturo with the rejection. Medell just happened to get it back.
Caldwell pushes to the corner, but Bunchi cuts him off.
Big pressure on Caldwell.
Nice
from
recovery
Henderson.
by Bunchi. Caldwell flips it into Medell, though, who's open in the corner.
Caldwell did really well there under big pressure from Melton and Henderson.
26-22.
Hutcherson.
7:23 left in the quarter.
Hutcherson. Looking for a lane. Finds one.
Bunchi with the ball. Down the court, all by himself. Try for Bunchi. 26-23, Canada.
The windows are really small. And Bunchi found one finally. Back to Medell. In a race with Hutcherson.
Try for Canada, Medell, 27-23.
Joe Jackson calling inbounder.
Joe Jackson on the inbound. Pushes down, looking for Melton. Flips it into Melton. Melton over to Bunchy. Bunchy, center of the court.
Using Joe Jackson. Able to beat Medell across half. Finds Melton. Bunchy setting up a play here. Looking for Joe Jackson. Call gets his hand in there. Gets it out to Medell.
Medell on the recovery, on the turnover by USA, 28-23. Try Medell. USA wasn't quite patient enough then. I know time was ticking, but that was they pushed it there at the end.
Pass to a low pointer in
Yeah.
the key. Kind of a tough spot.
Not really what you want to do. That's not how you draw it up.
No.
No.
Melton taking the double down low.
Melton is being held by Caldwell, and Hirschfield slapped away by Caldwell over his shoulder. Medell with a try.
Coach Delagrave had seen enough of that line for
We
now.
have a bench timeout. (29-23). Not what USA wanted to happen here early.
Yeah. But
They got the swing down to 3, but now it's back up to 6.
it's some good film to watch. The chemistry between Joe Jackson and Bunchy here. Joe's communicating with him. They're going to get it. Canada coming back with the same line. Joe Jackson, the only player who stays on the court. We've got
Sarah Adam in.
and Eric Newby and Jake Daly. Sarah looking for some space. Newby finds Daly up top.
Daly with the ball, pushing across to Sarah Adam.
Adam gets it back to Daly. They're going to set up their key offensive play here.
Errant pass, picked off Canada. Medell with the ball.
Pass from Daly there that Adam just wasn't looking for.
And Canada's up by 7. But you know, anytime you're in the key,
You got to be
looking
for the ball.
right? You got if you're in the key, man, you got to be looking.
I made that mistake.
Oh well, but there's not a rugby player that hasn't.
Jackson into Newby.
Newby trapped in the corner.
Finds Daly.
Daly with the ball, 31, needs to get it across the court.
Good push from Daly there.
It was a nice push against Medell. Nice push. Jackson trying
Finds
to
Adam.
spin. Adam with the ball. Try Adam, 30-24.
5:01 left in the third. Hirschfield into Caldwell.
Newby going for the steal, doesn't quite get it.
Big pressure from Newby and Daly.
Daly and Newby got Caldwell trapped against. That's kind of the death zone there, where you have the half-court line and the out-of-bounds
That is
sideline, and you're in that corner, and you got 2 guys on you.
highway to the danger zone
Yes,
right there.
sir. Nice call by Caldwell. They've got 1 left. 1 timeout left for Canada.
Hirschfield looking for Medell. Daly gets his hands in there. Adam working to chase it down. Medell just gets there first.
Medell outran Adam to the ball. Picks it up in the corner. Hands it off to Hirschfield, who hands it right back. Swings around.
.437.
Simard with a beautiful seal over there. He created the play for Medell.
Eric making some space.
Newby with the ball, 31.
Finds
Daly. Got to
Daly.
get it across.
When you're out of timeouts,
Another
windows.
turnover. Medell picks off another pass. Yeah, that's USA's problem right now. They have no timeouts. There's no way to salvage that. And sometimes the best thing to do is just make the pass.
Right.
Yeah, just make it.
Ball's into Daly. Jackson looking to pick for Adam.
Ball is fumbled.
Hirschfield's
Adams
hands
got the
are.
ball. Hirschfield picks. No. Medell picks off. 33-24. Canada on a real hot streak here, Chris.
Yeah, USA's just kind of lost a bit of chemistry here, lost a bit of the fire. Got the ball in the front court.
Sir Adam with the ball, backing up. Hirschfield tried to swipe it. Newby now with the ball.
Newby looking for space. Adam swinging across. Big pass over top to
Wonderful
Daly.
pass to Daly. Try by Daly, 33-25. This is when I'd love to see Newby kind of step up and take charge. He's
Right.
the
Be a leader on this this line.
with this line. Newby,
Has the most experience.
most experienced, most mature player, kind of step up. Felt like he did that last play. He just kind of took control of it a little bit.
Right.
Try for Canada, 34-25. 3 minutes, 16 seconds left in the quarter. Again, Newby with the ball.
Taking control. Brings it to the front court. Patiently waiting for picks.
20 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time.
Daly looking for
And it drives
space.
in and hits
Finds
Sarah
Adam.
Adam as she crosses the try line. Try USA, 34-26. 2:51 to go in the third quarter.
Medell on the sideline, following his picks.
Medell with the try. 35-26, 2:41.
Newby doubled down low. Daly gets the ball over top to him. Smart choice by Newby there.
Nice by Newby. Both teams have a lot of subs in the boxes.
Got a USA contact warning.
It's the first one on USA this half. If there's a second one, the player goes in the box for a penalty.
Nice trap. USA down low on
Caldwell
Canada.
deep.
Gets the ball to
with the
Medell.
ball with plenty of time to get it across. Pass to Simard. In the corner.
Big pressure
He is
from USA
in trouble.
here.
He is in trouble. And what have they called? The refs are conferring.
They're saying that there was no equipment called there. Can that be a point where you think the player may be in danger to stop the play?
Oh, sure. Player safety is actually a very paramount consideration for the refs. Kind of regardless of what rules say or anything else. If you think a player is in danger,
I think Canada actually ended up calling a timeout instead of an equipment timeout. So the subs were able to come on.
So we have sub-zone.
Chuck Melton.
And that was their last. They did, Chris. They took their last time out.
Real quick play there from Canada to score. Matt Debley with the try.
And we got Melton, Simmons, Jackson, and Puterball in for USA.
That
Puterball with the try, 36-28. 36-28 Canada, 2:04 left in the quarter.
ball's into Lavoie. Joe Jackson working him.
How many years has Lavoie played? Like 50?
50,000, yeah.
Easily. Turnover. USA needs several of those.
Really brings the life back into the USA bench and the USA crowd.
Well, just anxious for something good to happen, you know?
Yes.
Just anticipate. Try USA, 36-29.
1:35 left in the third quarter. Lavoie with the ball. Puterball on him. Now to Debley.
Matt Debley with the ball. Good strong push.
Debley finds
Passes
Lavoie
to-
in the corner for the try.
37-29, minute 19. To Melton.
2-on-2. Looks like we're going to slow down, manage the clock here for last goal. .58. Fingertip catch by Melton for the try.
37-30, 52 seconds to go in the quarter.
USA dropping into the key. Lavoie searching.
Nice pass to the corner.
30 seconds left.
38-30 with 30 seconds. Pass over to Melton. Melton pushes towards the middle
Melton
of the court.
puts on the speed. Plenty of time to score last here.
To Simons.
Simon set up
With the try at 2 seconds left to play.
with his height in the key there.
Canada will just get the ball in to Matt Debley, and that's the quarter. So Canada won that quarter 13-10.
Extended their lead a bit. USA finished last goal. They do have the possession arrow for the next quarter.
They're at the very end, and maybe it's the change of the lineup or whatever, but they're at the very end, last couple of minutes. All of a sudden, USA got back into its game.
Caused a turnover.
Made some good things happen.
Yep.
Played well. There was like a 4 or 5 minute vortex in there
Of good play, correct. Yeah.
where things just did not go real well for USA.
Right, right.
But here at the end of that quarter, they settled down and made some good things happen. And you know, Chris, as we were talking earlier, nobody's going to win every game.
Right.
But you know what? You can get better every game.
Win a quarter.
Yeah.
Focus on winning
and I
the
think
quarter.
that's where USA is now. USA should be focused on doing what they know to do, getting better, winning this quarter, having some momentum going into the games tomorrow.
Getting some positive things on film.
So tomorrow morning, the first game is Great Britain and Canada.
So USA will get
And
to
Chris,
sleep in.
I think Chris Hall's doing that game by himself, right, Chris?
I am. I will be here all by myself.
They may find somebody to sneak in with him. I'm going to miss the first game in the morning. I'll be here after that, much to probably Chris's chagrin.
Yes.
Yes.
You will be missed.
But Great Britain and Canada tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. As it sits right now, Canada will be 2-0.
Correct.
If they hold on, GB will be 0-2. So it'll be a huge game for Great Britain.
They will
huge game for Great Britain.
Need a win tomorrow morning.
They'll bring all they've got. And Great Britain at this point has had a chance to catch their breath a little bit. They've played the first 2 games today back-to-back.
They played a really tight game against USA. They played really well. It's like we talked about earlier. They improved over the day, so they'll get to see Canada again and have another shot at them.
So we hope you'll be back with us, or at least back with Chris.
Back
with Chris morning. At 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then there'll be 2 more games tomorrow, one at 2:30 and one at 7. Same schedule again on Friday. 10, 2:30, and 7. Be sure to turn us in. Chris is probably going to have a drawing for the name of his favorite fan.
Yes.
And we have autographed pictures of Chris Hull, both in and out of uniform.
They keep the rock. They keep the roaches away.
Yeah. That will go to the lucky winners. So be sure to send your name in.
Quick inbound from Team Canada to Matt Debley for the first score of the quarter.
Send it in to win a picture of Chris, care of the Lakeshore Foundation. Just send your name in.
Joe Jackson getting a lot of work tonight. He has been on the court most of the night.
39-31, fourth quarter. 39-31, 7:48 left to play. Melton with the ball over to Bunchi. Hutcherson passes back to Melton, looking for Joe Jackson all by himself across the try line. Try Joe Jackson. 39-32. Purcell inbounds.
Ball into Debley.
Debley with the ball, pushing towards the middle. Breakaway by Debley.
Debley with a really nice push there.
Nice push. 40-32. 40-32 Canada.
7:21 in the fourth quarter. Scaturo finds Melton using Joe Jackson. Gets the ball up to Bunchi. Looking to pick and roll with Melton. Bunchi looking for some space. Leaving the court.
Leaving the court on Canada. They'll be coming to the box, and that will give the USA a reset on the shot clock. A new 40 seconds. Of all the things to get you for, leaving the court.
In the sin bin.
Oh. But it's nice to see you. Thank you.
Ball's up to Bunchi. We're going to run a little clock here. They're going to try and trap Lavoie. Lavoie working to get out of that trap. Ball's into Debley in the corner.
Debley with the ball in the corner.
Bunchi on him tight.
Bunchi all over him, all over him.
Lavoie with a great crack.
Hard, strong push. Strong push by Debley.
And a huge hit at the end of the play from Melton.
So, an amazingly strong push, but he didn't dribble, and then he got hit by Melton.
So, play started well for Debley. Didn't end so great for him. I think the call is 10 no dribble.
Yeah. So a turnover for Canada. USA back with the ball. 6:22 left. 7-point deficit for USA.
Finds Bunchi
with the ball. And a try for Bunchi Hutcherson. 40-34. And now they got it down to 6.
Just one at a time. Win the quarter. Bunchi looking to pressure Debley again. For Lavoie. Takes a great angle.
Nice, strong push by, yeah. To Hirschfeld for the try. 41-34, 6:01 to play.
Scaturo into Bunchi. Trying to beat Lavoie. Finds Melton. Debley gets in between the pass. Picks it up. And then gets fouled. Melton trying to get that back right away.
Well, but that's the other thing a coach hates. A turnover and then a foul because you're trying to get
the ball back.
Yeah, you hate a turnover to turnover, but you also hate a turnover
to a foul.
and a foul.
Yeah.
None of those are good things.
USA is subbed, and we've got another new combination here. Sarah Adam with Chuck
Dunn.
Melton and
Ray.
Ray Henniger.
This is the second seen Ray, right? He was in earlier,
we have
but then
seen-
we hadn't seen him again.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
seen Ray out, but not with Sarah and Liz.
So Melton is the experienced player at this point in that lineup.
Right.
They'll need him back on the court.
Ray still giving full effort here.
Pat Debley with the ball, pass to Laval. Try, Canada, 42-34, 5:31. Melton returns to the court, and he'll inbound.
Sarah got the single coverage up with Debley. Melton.
Melton with the ball. Sarah Adam with the ball, pushing,
Cross half.
trying to swipe it out of her lap.
Finds Melton.
Over to Melton.
Back to Melton. We're going to run a play now. Hanniger looking for an open. Liz seals the corner, but gets back to Melton.
To Henniger. And scores as time expires on the shot clock.
My heart was racing on that one. I didn't know if they were going to get the try.
42-35, 7-point bulge.
Lavoie covered by Melton. Adam on
Pass
top
to
of Debley.
Flips the ball.
Henniger's going to chase that one down.
No, it's hit.
Wow.
He's in his lap. Didn't call it.
That was impressive, protecting the ball by a 1 against a 3-5. USA bringing Chuck Melton out
So
to
Ray is in the box.
bring Ernie Chun in.
Inbound by Hirschfeld.
Fabian Lebois.
Ray Henniger call for inbound. That's what Canada wanted. Force the high pointer to make the inbound pass. Sarah Adam with the ball.
Hanniger coming up.
Ball is fumbled.
Adam thinking Hanniger was going to turn up.
Deberly with the ball.
Debley picks up another turnover. I have to say, Matt Debley is my impressive player for
I
this.
was about to ask you player of the game. In the second half, man, he's
turned it
pretty
on.
much lit it up, hadn't he?
He has.
So
As he almost causes another turnover.
Sarah Adam stopped, keeps pushing, leaving the court by Hirschfeld. Or something.
It's a hold.
Yeah, or it was a hold. Well, I think he held him as he left the court. How about that? Hold Hirschfeld.
Ball into Adam. Gets a pick from Liz Dunn.
And a try, 44-36. So we can pretty much settle on Debley as the Canadian player of the game.
Yes.
Just that person who just kind of lit it. Okay. You thinking about USA?
I've seen
do you want a few more minutes?
Yeah, let's give it a few more minutes.
Debley with the ball, passes ahead to Hirschfeld, who holds it. Smart move because they swarm him. They swarm him. He hands off to Lavoie. Try Canada, 45-36. 45-36, 3:24 to go. Ernie Chun on the inbound. Over to Sarah Adam. Ball is swatted out of her lap. The ball will remain with USA.
I've seen bright spots from a lot of players on USA. But not one player that's really put in a dominant performance tonight. I'd have to say we saw a lot of consistency and smart play from Purba.
Sure, yeah. In fact, if you sit here and think about it, that's probably a good choice.
I think that's got to be USA's player of the game. Is Purba.
I will tell you, though, you almost could talk me into giving it to LaBelle for Canada.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. She's had a lot of solid picks.
She's done a lot of good stuff out there. I agree. I agree with Matt, but LaBelle's had a good game. LaBelle's had a really good game.
I think it's a story of two halves. Nice catch there by Adam. First half was LaBelle. Second half was Debley. Yes. Big hit by Adam.
But they don't have. So Canada called a timeout that they do not have, which results in a turnover. USA will get the ball back, trailing by 8 with 3 minutes to play.
Nothing makes me happier than a nice big hit. I thought Ben Perkins was going to hold on to that one. He was trying to stay up, and he just gravity took over. That Isaac Newton guy knew what he was talking about, huh?
Yeah, it's not your friend sometimes, is it?
All into Hanniger. Finds Adam. Using her picks well from Chun. Hanniger.
Nice pass over to Henniger in the corner. Try Henniger, 45-38.
2:46 left in the fourth quarter.
What?
That was an inadvertent buzzer, I guess.
I would assume so. Try Canada. Medale, number 33.
Looked like USA wanted a bench timeout.
So they did. They're out of timeouts totally now. Canada still has both of its bench timeouts.
USA putting in some fresh line here.
2 minutes, 37 seconds, 46-38. Canada, and as Chris pointed out, new line coming on for USA. Put the ball, Newby, Jackson, and Simons.
Jackson has definitely been the workhorse for Team USA.
Maybe he's player of the game.
You know what? Yeah, that was my thought too.
Yeah, maybe so.
Most consistent.
Try by Newby. 46-39, 2:23 remaining in the fourth quarter. USA trailing by 7.
Tight defense from USA here. Putaba on Medell.
Try for Canada.
Ben Perkins just waiting there at the goal line. Canada seems to always have somebody waiting down there in that corner.
I'm pretty sure that's by design.
It is.
You know. Newby with an easy push across the try line. 47-40, 201.
Morale was up in the air and took a hit from his own player to finish him off there.
Nothing like getting hit by your own player.
While you're up in the air.
I know.
.201 left here in the fourth quarter. Clock management time. Newby gets a hand in there.
On the sideline, Newby swiped it out of Medell's lap.
Medell looking for a hole, finds it for a try.
48-40, minute 42.
Ball's into Simons. Waiting
Nice
for
thing
Newby.
about having Simons out there, he gives you a heck of a target.
He does. It was a great pass up to Pudabaugh as well. Put it where only he could get it.
Nice. Pudabaugh with a try. 48-41, minute 24.
Ball into Medell. Looking for Morale deep.
Morale with a try. 49-41.
1:17 left. Back into Simons. Simons finds Pudabaugh. Smartly waits for Newby and Simons to catch up. Pudabaugh patiently looking for a hole.
56 seconds. Flipped it to Newby. Crosses the try line. Try for Newby.
USA dropping in the key here. Big hit from Pudabaugh. Ball in Medell's hands. 22 seconds on the shot, 32 on the game clock. Nice seal on that corner from Ben Perkins.
50-42, 21 seconds.
Newby back to Simons.
Newby flips it out to Simons. Simons ahead to Pudabaugh. Corey pulled it back out. Going to go for the last goal. 8 seconds. 6 seconds.
Pudabaugh looking for Simons, swiped by Medell. And that'll do it.
So Canada won that quarter 12-11 for a final score of 50-42.
USA's closest quarter of the game.
They did some good things that quarter.
They did.
They did. Again, you continue to try to get better even in a game that gets away from you a little bit. And as we pointed out at the beginning, USA did not dress out several players, giving them a rest.
Right. So a good showing from USA overall. Great showing from Canada. They got a lot of players on the court.
It's easy to sit here and make some comments about what happened with USA, but let's give Canada all the credit in the world.
They still had to play the game and play defense and score.
They're undefeated right now. They're sitting at 2-0. They've done everything they needed to do to win the two games today. We've seen some surprising play out of Canada. Some of the players that we don't know as well
for sure
have really contributed. Again, we've talked before, it's so easy to talk about Medell and Hirschfeld and some of those, but they've got some other folks on that team that really brought it to the court
the Shane
today.
Smiths and the LaBelle.
So we will begin to wrap it up here. Canada wins 50-42. The first game will be tomorrow morning at
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Great Britain and Canada, and day 2 of the 2022 Tri-Nations Tournament. Thank you. Thank you, and good night from Gary Pate and
Chris Hall.
Right.